Kids wake up on Christmas morning, they want to see toys under the tree, they want to see treats in their stockings. But if you're looking to make a more meaningful impact on your nieces and nephews, your grandkids perhaps, it's time to think outside the box. One type of gift that might not be as fun in the moment, but will make a huge difference later on, is a gift toward the cost of college. Here to talk to us about this is Patricia Roberts. She's the author of Route 529, A Parent's Guide to Saving for College and Career Training. Patricia, I know this year already we've been dealing with supply chain issues. We've got delays going. This is the type of gift that you really don't have to worry about getting delayed in the mail, and it's going to be a long-term thing. What's going on?
Well, we know that we are dealing with the supply chain and other issues this holiday season, and it's a great idea to consider an alternative gift that's really an investment in a child's future. We know that college and other forms of post-secondary education can be very, very expensive. And we also know that more traditional gifts, while much loved the moment that they're opened, are often outgrown in terms of size and interest over time. And as a mom myself, I know how quickly our homes can get cluttered. So this is an idea to give a gift that's more meaningful in the long run, and a contribution to a 529 college savings plan is a perfect way to do that.
Okay, so what is a 529 college savings account?
A 529 college savings account is named after Section 529 of the Internal Revenue Code. And these are special accounts, saving and investing accounts, that when they grow in value, the earnings are never taxed. These are accounts that allow you to specify money or delegate money for higher education expenses. Every state, or nearly every state, including California, has a 529 college savings plan, and these are very easy to invest in. California's plan is called Scholar Share 529.
Okay. This graphic you sent me is really helpful because it just kind of shows if you give, $25 twice a year, how much that actually grows over time.
And that's right, small amounts can add up. So rather than giving a gift that depreciates in value, this is one that can grow in value. And even if 5 or 10 family members give $25 or $50 for a holiday each year and perhaps for a child's birthday, these amounts can add up to $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 over time. So it's a great idea to consider.
And there's 3 different ways that you can give a gift toward college. Break down those ways for me.
Right, and they're all very easy. The first way is to set up a 529 account of your own for a future student in your life. Most people don't realize it does not need to be their own child. It could be a grandchild or a niece or nephew. You don't even need to be related to set up an account. You typically need 15 minutes and $25 or even less to get started, and it's a great way to start a tradition of giving for that particular child during holidays, birthdays, and other milestones. The second way, if you don't want to set up an account of your own, is to ask the child's parents or anyone else in their life, do they already have a 529 account established for that child? Most 529 plans make it very easy for account owners to invite others to contribute. Often there's a simple code that can be used online, or there's an address to which checks can be mailed. And the last way to contribute is to give a gift card. There are Gift of College gift cards that can be contributed to future students. They can be redeemed into most any 529 plan account.
And the gift cards, you can then go ahead and put those in the stocking so that maybe there is something physical that the kid can have on Christmas morning. What age do you suggest people start doing this sort of thing?
Well, I think it is never too early to begin saving for higher education, given the cost of it. So even for an infant child or a child to be, this would be a great gift. Or a child of any age, whatever can be contributed towards those future expenses is that much less that a child will need to borrow and repay with interest. So I would give a gift of education to a child of any age.
Say again the name of the 529 accounts here in California so people can look that up for themselves.
Sure. California's plan, which is an excellent one, is called Scholar Share 529. I believe it's scholarshare529.com online.
Okay, and so we will have all of this information on our website, cron4.com, of course, as soon as the show is over, so folks can get a little bit more information that way. Thank you so much for joining us, Patricia, and talking to us about this, because it is kind of that time to start thinking about what you're going to get all those people on your list. And this is, like you said, something that's they're not going to outgrow this one.
That's right. Thanks for having me today, Noelle.
Thanks so much. We'll be right back.